This one's for the AL West. There will be Marlins, there will be beer, and one will look top the AL West in this very special, very hastily made Week 14 matchup here on Match of the Week. Loba and his back-to-back champ Florida Marlins facing hciii and the right behind him in the division, Crazy Beers. This is 2001 we're playing, and we're going to play it. Whenever you guys are ready, go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and transition into the stream. You guys are welcome to play. Let me go through the lineup. Let's see who each of these guys have chosen for their teams. The Crazy Beers have Marky Dubois as their pitcher. And then they got Libby Futterman at first base. Leo Waynes at third. Jeff Bagwell is the catcher. Jason Kendall is the shortstop. Billie Jean Blackwood got that Marky Billie Jean boost going on. Billie Jean will take second base. Joan May in right field. Marty Cordova will take center field. Yvonne Carter will be in left. Those are going to be their AI defensive lineup. Things could change. Like, look, Jason Kendall is the center fielder on hcii's user side. Meanwhile, over on Loba's camp for the Marlins, Ray Tran is the starting pitcher. Raul Mondesi is the catcher. Annie Frazier's at first. Laura Nunez is at second. Isabel Morelli is the shortstop. Zena Fromm is the third baseman. Veronica Lee's in left. Dante Robinson is in center. And the custom character Caden is in right. He's a very fast player. And it seems like a couple of easy putouts for both of these guys to get this game started. Yvonne Carter's up. Raul Mondesi is the user pitcher for Loba. You think, is Raul Mondesi a good pitcher? Well, turns out you would be right, because he's got 100 stamina, but his only necessarily good pitch is the right hook. He's got a 30 heat and a 30 slow ball, but it looks like Loba's going to rely on this right hook to get him by. And it seems to be working here as well. Seems Ray Tran is the choice pitcher on his AI side, and that's because his stamina is at 89, but he's got both left hooks, 72 and an 80. Mondesi takes care of that second batter, so it's pretty quick inning for the user Marlins. You might have Joan May in a pickle here as well. Yvonne Carter's up for the Beers still, and she's going to take a walk. Joan May is going to take a walk back to the dugout as Raul Mondesi's got his second strikeout today. And he'll bat second behind Caden. A .645 batting average. He's a decent hitter too. 74 power, 88 contact. But he's got that Star Moonbeam Stuart Sullivan speed, and it's going to come in full showcase here as he makes an easy single over to left field. And watch out, this is dirt yards. There's going to be plenty of weird bounces here and there. Leo Wayne's up for the Beers. Carter is still on first. Frame rate's a little behind, but that's okay. Let us know in the chat who you think is going to win. I'm going to pull up a poll here soon. Fly ball left field going back at the track. And it is off of Dante Robinson's throw. And that's going to be the longest single that Leo Wayne has hit in quite some time. 2 on 1 out. Mondesi trying to go for a hit and run style here. And Cordova's up for the Beers. Strike 3 called. Oh, and Caden's going to do the epic backward slide back to first base as the hit and run fails. Marty Cordova fails to do any huge things there, but he does get the runners in scoring position. So Joan May, good chance to take a 3-run lead here. That's a ground ball going to the first baseman side. Should be an easy pickup for Annie Frazier, and that'll do it here in the top of the first for the Beers. I'd like to remind everyone, that is just a team name. We do not condone underage drinking here or anywhere. Veronica Lee up now for the Marlins. She has got 80 speed, 80 power as well. But she's also going to go for the grounder. Probably thanks to that 80 speed. And that one's foul. Leah Wayne is the pitcher for the Bears. As we take a look at her pitching stats here, she's got 54 stamina. However, her fastball is a 90 and her right hook is a 100. She'll pick that up and throw it to Libby for out number 1. Meanwhile, Veronica Lee still at bat. Got a 2-2 count with Marky Dubois. That's a high ball 3. That's a grounder. Caden, it looks like they're both going to be safe. Nothing that infield can do. Blackwood not necessarily the fastest on these base paths. Leah Wayne strikes out Raul Mondesi in 7 pitches. Or less. I just realized it's out number 2 and not out number 1. Zena Frome, the slugger of these Marlins. She's going to hit one deep into center field. This one looks like it's going to go off the building. Caden is definitely going to score off of this one. Veronica Lee might also score. Who am I kidding? She will score. That is a very long distance from center to home. And Zena Frome is going to reach second base. And the Marlins take a 2-0 lead here to get this game started. While Zena Frome on the AI hand strikes out to Leah Wayne. That's her second, and the Bears are back up to bat. Leading off will be Jeff Bagwell. Good arm, good bat as well. Looks like HC3 is going to stick with the line drive since it is the first batter of the inning. Better to be safe. He's going to pop that one up. Caden almost makes the catch, but doesn't. And Jeff Bagwell is going to go to second. Really underestimated Caden's arm there. I mean, Caden doesn't really have that big of an arm in the first place. Ray Tran's up for the Marlins right now. He's going to hit that one. Past Marky Dubois, yes. Picking it up will be Blackwood, who's just going to throw it right in front of Kendall's face. And I got 2 on with 1 out. Dante Robinson. They have boosted Marky Dubois up now for the Bears. That one's going into left field. That one is going to drop. That's going to be a double for Marky Dubois. The runners are in scoring position with nobody out. The Crazy Bears are in a very good position here in the second. Especially now because they got Libby Futterman. Still trying to go for another grounder. Dante Robinson misses that one. That's a ground ball. Libby might be able to make it to first. Pick up, throw to first. Not in time. It is in time, excuse me. Libby did not make it to first in time. And that'll be out number 1. And we got not boosted Billie Jean Blackwood. This would be a good time to use one of the power-ups, but since AJ's got at least one more round of bat, at least 6 rounds of batting to do here in this game, she will have other chances. The bases are loaded now for Isabel Morelli. That's a ground ball. Jeff will score easily. Billie Jean Blackwood with a sacrifice ground ball to put the Bears within 1. But Isabel Morelli is up for the Marlins. Let's see what damage she can do. She's waiting for her pitch, clearly. The weak hooks are never fun to hit. That one looks more hittable. That one's going into right center. And it looks like Cordova's going to play this one safe, and more runs are going to score for the Marlins. Perhaps all of them. And it's going to be safe and put Dante back on third. Now we got runners on the corners for Annie Frazier. Jason Kendall's up for the Bears, but he strikes out. That looks like it's out number 3, and the Bears do get a run across. But the Marlins are still in the first inning. They're going to go for what we hear called the rBBL, the Nan's Gambit, with the second steal home thing. And it looks like the hit and run has succeeded. That's 5 runs plus 1 because of the home team multiplier. Score's now 6-1. Loba wants to keep it coming with the undergrounder with Laura Nunez. That one's just a little outside, though. There we go. Makes sense. Morelli is not the fastest. That will going to the back of the wall. Marty's got some running to do. Laura might have an inside the Parker or at least a triple. All right, it seems that he's going to sacrifice Lara at third to avoid any cheese accusations, but Annie Frazier will score. It is now 8-0 unless said otherwise by our commissioners. Caden's back, and he'll reach first base. Yeah, you cannot say Cordova's not getting a workout out there in the center field. Actually turn on the desktop volume. That way you can hear the game. Leo Wayne with another strikeout. A grounder. Foul. Another hit and run situation here. A grounder from Mondesi. And it looks like everyone's going to be safe. Where have I seen this before? Perhaps the past 2 World Series. Looks like he's going to use both of the power-ups. A liner by Veronica Lee. That one's going to drop before it reaches the very short left field fence, but Caden will score. Is now 9-0. The Beers are back. Yvonne Carter this time. That's a deep drive by Zena Fromm. Going back. Forget about this one. It is over. The station wagon 3 runs for the Marlins. Classic Zena Fromm home run. Absolutely demolished that one. Let's see how far it went. We will not get to see how far it went. It's now 11 plus 2 because he crossed 10 runs. That is 13-1. Yvonne Carter is going to hit this one to center field. That'll be a base hit for Yvonne Carter, who just so happens to be pitching now for the AI Beers. Yvonne Carter doing a lot. Ray Tran over to Cordova, who assumedly tired out there in center field, just cannot pick up the ball there. The slow pitch, but it's foul. Leo Wayne with a shot here. Ooh, looks like Ray Tran's had enough. These Marlins on either squad are showing no mercy. There's another one. Another slow ball. Let's see if he hits this one out. He will not. 3 straight fireballs from Ray Tran. He does not want Leo Wayne to have the Marlins give up any runs. Let's see if Marty Cordova has anything to say about that. That is a low ball. That is a low strike. Cordova is going to ground this one. Everyone is safe, and the Beers have 2 on with 1 out. Mondesi with his 3rd strikeout of the day. Joan May now. Ray Tran should have another power-up. Joan May sharply hits this one into center field, and it looks like the Beers might get another run across. Yvonne Carter will score. Marty Cordova might score. Marty Cordova might score. That's how you pronounce his last name as he crosses home plate, and the Beers have 3 runs. You need 10 more to tie it. Frazier, grounder. The Marlins are back up. And Andy Frazier is back on. Jeff Bagwell hits a good one to the left. That one's going to drop past the left fielder. And May and Bagwell are on with 1 out. 2 out and 1 on again. 2 on and 1 out again. In a double play! That is absolutely wild. Andy Frazier was not able to slide back in time. But Caden is back up. Let's see if he's able to make the first, and he will. Raul Mondesi. A grounder. There's no one over there in the second base side since they were expecting the steal, and 2 on with 2 out. Veronica Lee. Marky Dubois, unfortunately, unable to do anything as the infield fly rule is called. Now Libby Futterman is up. That one's foul. Veronica Lee up for the Marlins. The hit and run is called. The runners are told not to run this time. That one's a fly ball left field going back at the track. And it is near the track up against the wall. And the bases are loaded. Libby Futterman has loaded the bases with another really long single for Billie Jean Blackwood. And if there's any time to use a power-up, it is now. And he's going to use that undergrounder. Not much the Marlins can do in the second inning. There's the undergrounder. At least one run's going to score here. Yes, it'll go past Dante Robinson. Bagwell's going to score, and it's going to go over the fence. And that is a 2-run double for Billie Jean Blackwood. The Bears now have 5 runs to their name. Zena Frome, on the other hand, is going to blast one into center field. That's going to go off of the building and over the short fence for a double. Ray Tran's now up, but Jason Kendall hits one over to Dante Robinson. And Futterman's going to score. Billie Jean's going to stay at third. This one bounces around, but you don't want to mess around with Mondesi. Tran hits this one to left field. Wayne gets that one, throws it to third. Runners at the corners with nobody else. The Marlins have a better chance here in the bottom of the third. That one's a good hit ball by Carter straight to Robinson for the catch, and that'll end the Bears' third inning. In the bottom half of the third, now for both teams, Isabel Morelli with the bases loaded and nobody out. This is trouble. That one's foul. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Oh boy, got a little bit of trouble, and he's gonna send Zena home for the double play. And now there's 2 on with 2 out. Annie Frazier. Meanwhile, Annie Frazier is up on the other side. Shout out Titanium for that 15-month subscription. The bases are loaded once again for the Marlins, and Laura Nunez is up this time. That's a pop-up. Right to Futterman, who expected it, and more chances, but no results. Now both players are pitching, so I get to do another little trivia game. Give me a second while I go to Baseball Reference. Caught stealing over there. That's fun. I don't know if I've brought up Jason Kendall. I feel like I've brought up a lot of players, but I don't think I've brought up Jason Kendall yet. An easy question to be like is, what team did Jason Kendall retire with? And it was the Kansas City Royals. I know that because I'm a Royals fan. What 2 teams did Jason Kendall play for in 2007? He played for the Pirates, played a couple of years with the Brewers, and 1 year with the Royals. What other 2 teams did he play for? That's the question. And don't look up Baseball Reference. Try and guess. All right, the Bears are back up. Leo Wayne, one of the better players in the game, hits his one deep into left field. Kidding. It looked deep, but it was an illusion. It was an ordinary routine fly ball to the shortstop that was still not caught. So Wayne's on at first, and Cordova is up. That one's going into center, and it is going to go off of the feet of Isabel Morelli. And there's 2 on with nobody out for Joan May, who is also up on the other side. That's a very sharply hit ball. That's a very high infield fly. So Joan May wasn't really productive there, but Jeff Backwell might be. Need not worry, May wasn't that productive on this side either. That is a good hit by Bagwell, and it's going to be caught. A falling catch by Dante Robinson. HC3 going for the sacrifice play, and it works. The runners are now at the corners. Now we got Marquis Dubois. The distance to the fence is not short, so never a good time to hit with power, even with boosted Marquis. That one's going into left center-ish. It's going to be off of Morelli again, who just hasn't had a good day fielding at all. And Leo Wayne will score. It's 7-13. Yes. The Beers are bouncing back. But Zena Fromm's here. That one's foul. Libby Futterman is also here. That's a slow ball. Let's see where it goes. It's going to go to center field for what could be a base hit. Cordova's having a little bit of trouble finding the ball. Having a little trouble throwing the ball now. Now Ray Tran's up. That one's foul. Outside. 2-1. Low, swing and a miss. The hit and run fails yet again. Libby Futterman. This one's deep. How deep is it? Is this one going to go up against the wall? No. Dante Robinson is there for the third out. Ooh, what a good recovery play. And another double play. Leah Wayne out in left field. Bounces off her head, still catches it, and throws it to second for the double play. What a heads-up play in many different ways by Leah Wayne. Now both teams are pitching again, and I got the answer for that question. Freak Show says A's and Cubs, and he is absolutely right. He played for the Athletics for a few years, and then got traded to the Cubs in 2007. His fun fact, his WAR when he was on the Cubs, -0.3. So, fun fact of the day. All right, Raul Mondesi showing us that versatility. Good defense, good hitting, good speed, and apparently good pitching. Leah Wayne has 7 strikeouts. Raul Mondesi has 6. Listen, you can hear my PC absolutely go crazy. And Cordova hits this one deep. Veronica Lee catches it. Out 3, the Marlins are up. Bottom of inning number 5. Robinson swing and a miss. That one's a very sharp hit. Ball going into right field, but it's foul. AI Zena Fromm with a very sharply hit ball. But she is not fast, and Cordova is able to throw her out. Blackwood is up. Top of inning number 5. Dante Robinson leads off with a single. Isabel Morelli. Some insurance would be nice for the Marlins here. That's deep. Center field. Cordova. See if he can run and make this one. It's off the wall. And it bounces. Does not... A little bit more wasted time there for Cordova, but no, not too much damage here. Runners at the corners. Kendall's on. Blackwood unable to execute the famous hit and run. At its second. Safe on first, however. Lara Nunez this time. A pop-up from Jason Kendall. Will it be caught? Yes. And Blackwood is able to slide back. That one's foul again. Laura Nunez. She'll go for it. That looks like it's going to score a run. Yes! Dante Robinson will score. And it's simple, but it works. It is now 15. No, it's 14-7. Seems to be a little bit of trouble over there. And, ooh, a diving catch by Billie Jean Blackwood. And another double play. 3 double plays by the AI Beers. Holy heck, what a performance by this defense. And it seems that 12 runs is all the Marlins will have. It might be all they need. Oops, this ball is going out of play. Billie Jean's going to score 8 to 14 now. Absolutely insane game right now, what we're watching. All right, there's one on third. Leo Wayne's up to bat. For the Beers, the Marlins just trying to wrap things up. We got a easy catch for Ray. Just got to stand there. Wayne's going to hit this one backwards. Strike 1 for Billie Jean. Foul ball, so strike 2 for Billie Jean. Ooh, a nice snag by the third baseman. However, the Marlins are done. They score 12 plus 2 equals 14 runs for the Marlins. So now we're going to watch the Beers' rest of the game as I work on the settings. That one's deep. It is going to be caught. And the Beers are done in the 6th. There we go. We have centered it now. Veronica Lee fouls this one. There we go. A grounder once again. All right, and Leah's got the ball. And I am still adjusting the settings here. It looks like one on with nobody out. There we go. We're back for real. Robinson swings and misses. Wayne. That is a ball outside. Slow ball. A ball nonetheless. 1-1 count to Dante Robinson. He's going to swing and a miss. 1-2. Wayne with an exceptional pitching performance today, but not the greatest stamina. Strike 3 called, and that's number 8 for Leo Wayne. We got Isabel Morelli back up here. Spells danger for the Beers. One of the better hitters in the league, Isabel Morelli is. Strike 1. Perfectly placed right hook. Gonna go for that slow ball. Risky pitch outside. That one's gonna be low. Another right hook, perhaps. From one side of the screen to the next, that one's fouled. And that is strike number 3. Oh, sick. Apparently that was a Raul perfect game. It worked. I didn't think about the perfect game once, and it happened. Let's go. First match of the week, perfect game. Let's go. Congratulations to Raul Mondesi. You are the first match of the week perfect game, at least that I've seen. That one's a swing and a miss, strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Leo Wayne, 10 strikeouts. I 100% could have jinxed it just by thinking about it. And the Beers are back. May, Bagwell, Dubois. May wants it all. May wants trouble. That one's hit well into right, and it's going to be off. Oh, off at the foot of Caden, but he catches it into his glove. What kind of physics are those? Trying to fill in the gap of these dropped frames here, but still, it's fun. Bagwell. HC3 is going to play it safe. He wants to hit a grounder. No, he doesn't. He wants to hit a liner. That one's well hit into left field, and that might be a special case. Is that a double? Yes, it is. That was like a few pixels away from being one of that magic corner home runs that everyone keeps talking about. The Beers also have a screaming line drive at their disposal. They can use it, and they probably should use it here soon. Good eye by Marky Dubois. A double and a single today. That's low for ball 2. Lara Nunez pitching for the Marlins. That one looks to be high again, but it's not high enough to be a ball. That'll be a strike. Lara Nunez also has some good stamina and a good hook that she seems to keep on using. That one's going to be hitting to left, a grounder. Throw over to first, and the Beers are spared by Annie Frazier, who does not get the ball in time. So Libby Futterman is up now. Absolutely insane. That one's pitched outside, high and outside for strike 1. Yes, there is, in fact, no audio. That one is right down the middle, but a little low. It's going to be grounded. And Bagwell will be out. Dubois, however, will be safe at second. And who is up? Billie Jean Blackwood. Now is time to use that liner. And that is exactly what HC3 is going to do. This is intense. With 2 outs. Last chance for the Beard to score anything. Let's see if he uses it now. He does not. Ball's too high. He's got to wait for his pitch. He has got to wait for his pitch here. With 2 on. Here we go. He's going to watch that one too. Ooh, questionable strike call there by Clanky. But a strike nonetheless. 1-1. That is another strike. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Billie Jean Blackwood with the screaming line drive. Laura Nunez, the pitcher. That one's outside. Ball 2. No hit and run today. The fastball gets to him. Two and 2 with 2 outs. The pitch is hit to right field. It's going to pass everyone. Caden is going to pick this one up. Marky Dubois is going to try for home. He should be able to reach home. And he is going to reach home, and there's going to be runners at the corners. Excuse me, runners at first. No one's at first. What am I doing? What am I doing, man? No one's at first base. Why do I keep insisting myself that there's runners at first base? There are runners in scoring position. Thank you. That one's hit into center. No one's in center field. This might drop for a double. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Is Billie Jean going to score from this one? Yes, she will. It is 11-14. We've got Yvonne Carter now. Beers making the comeback of a lifetime, but Isabel Morelli has had enough. She's going to come up to the mound and take matters into her own hands. Yvonne Carter is not fazed by this whatsoever. She's going to hit one foul. Folks, this is why we love Match of the Week so much. That one's going to be, that's a grounder, but it's going to be hit. Caden's going to run all the way, and it's going to get past Caden. Caden misses it. It's going to go all the way up to the wall. Yvonne Carter might have a triple here. Yvonne Carter might have an inside the park home run. An easy inside the park home run. This is a 1-run ball game. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. The American League is coming down to this. Absolutely incredible. And Leah Wayne is up to possibly tie this thing. This is absolutely insane. HC3 is going to take a few deep breaths here. Yes, absolutely. And Cordova's on third. Excuse me. Cordova is on deck. Yes, HC needs plus 15. Yeah, so it's 2 runs. So you can't just get 14. You got to get 15. Yeah. I say it'll tie, but a tie will end up in Loba winning by a decimal here. Swing and foul. 0-1. Isabel Morelli. He's got a good fastball. That one's foul again. Here's the 0-2 with 2 outs. That one swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the Marlins are going to walk away with the American League. Give me a second. I want to say it's the American League West. I think it might be the American League East. My Google Docs spreadsheet will not load fast enough. That'll be the American League West title. 9-5. Crazy Beers end their season 7-6-1. Woo! And may I say, what a freaking game. Probably one of the best match of the weeks I've seen personally in life. We've had plenty of good match of the weeks this entire season. Not gonna lie, fantastic way to end things off here. Well, as we see HC3 wrapping things up, let's go ahead and take a look at the playoff standings right now in the American League. Loba, of course, takes the American League West. American League Central is dominated by Visery and the Bag Bunnies. American League East is taken care of by Itanium and Final Boss. The wild card is taken space by Uria and the Inky Squids, HC and the Crazy Beers, and Can't Wait to Fly and the San Francisco Giants. Meanwhile, in the National League, the Dark Knights and the Evil Rays and the Frequent Blips even are having quite the battle for the National League West title. The National League Central title is also up in the air. Actually, I think PZ might actually have that one. But JY Knight is also in it, the Green Reds and the West Michigan Whitecaps, respectively. In the National League East, the Los Angeles Brats have not only the National League East title, but also the number 1 seed handedly, 12-1. And the National League wildcard right now stands at Evil Rays, the Evil Rays of Anju Pays, myself and the Kansas Jayhawks, and C8 and the Frequent Blips. However, P. Sanchez and the Unintentional Cheese and JY Knights and the West Michigan Whitecaps are both not too far behind with 1 league left. Skyway League West is won by the Navy Cap and the Baltimore Ostriches. We're going to the 2002 league right now. Spiffy Penguins have the Skyway League Central, and right now the Skyway League East is tied between the Rockers and the Trojans. The wild card is made up by the Trojans right now, the Naptown 9, and Doodle and the Grim Reapers. Not too far behind them is the Taco Bells from Silver Bullet and the Toronto Blue Jay. That's an easy throw out. And the Marlins are down to their last out, but it does not matter. The game is already over. In the Metro League, we got a tight matchup between the Grebes and the Oysters. Winner of that game will win the Metro League West. Metro League Central currently being led by Cherry and the Sugarland Skeeters. Not too far behind is the Humongous Hornets, though. And the Sin City Dice take the Metro League East. Easy pop-up. That is kind of dropped by Leah. It seems that 13 will not be the final score for these beers, unfortunately. The ML wildcard also includes the Humongous Hornets, and Wow I Exist, and excuse me, Dep and the Aqua Teens. Finally, the 2003 schedule, as this game finally wraps up, and I will go ahead and wrap it up as soon as I finish talking here. Front Yard League West, Humongous Tigers very easily with the undefeated so far campaign. Texas Twins lead the Front Yard League Central, 10-3. Front Yard League East goes to Little Angels and Anju Pays. Front Yard Wildcard right now looks like Depp and the Little Wombats, myself and the Kansas City Royals, and Two Fly and the San Francisco Giants again. The Blue Jays are still in that wildcard spot. And finally, the Backyard League West is, of course, the Montreal Indians by Sky, who are also undefeated. We also have the Humongous Astros at 11-2 with P. Sanchez, and the White Athletics 8-5 by our commissioner C8. In the wild card is George and the Marlins, Lil Waz and the Expos, and CRK and the Bombers. That's what it all looks like right now. Who knows what the actual playoffs are going to look like, but that'll do it for us here for regular season match of the week. Final score, HC3, 12, and Loba 14. Loba wins the American League West for the 2001 league, and they will have a better seed as a result in the playoffs. I'm going to stop talking, and I'm going to give myself a rest. We will see you guys in the rBBL playoffs. Good night.